Now, continuing RoboCop Rogue City. So, now this time RoboCop is at the quarry, which is also a location from the. And it seems that, as much as I can say, that the makers of the game, placed much more emphasis on remembering RoboCop 1 instead of RoboCop 2. Yeah, full of the upgrades. But the bikers, of course, have quite massive amount of. Yeah, but the bikers have quite big stash of. Oh yeah, and it can't be picked. So just the hitboxes may be kind of you could say iffy regarding things. At least those kind of things. Not usually when it's a matter of hitting bad guys with bullets. For that purpose, they are way more often than not. Definitely enough. Alright, many more.
Someone's leaking oil.
Well, oh, well, that would be easy to achieve. Having some skill points instead helps. So let's just open up the train track, see where it goes. Well, it crashes through some obstacles. Basically opening up a little bit of a trip back to this location. And it would be time to climb up. Oh, there's a... Have to do it the hard way. Some sort of little bit of extra passage. Oh yeah. No, and that gave a little bit of a nice little PCB chip upgrade. Funny enough that they used the term PCB board, even though the PC means printed circuit and PCB and B means board. So PCB board means printed circuit board, which is funny. It should have been just called PC board or some other. Well, but it's still a nice little computer related. Could you call it a joke or a gaff or just one of those, you could say, common mistakes common when fictional works are present, because those who do those fictional works usually are not experts on that specific topic that the fictional story is about. Not always, but it's more often than not that the writer is not actually a doctor or engineer or explosives specialist or soldier or something like that. Not at least at the level that they write or about people that they write. Just put a basic spray on the bad guys, and then once the spray has been put into them, just let it then rip. And once they have gone down, there's the location to get forward. Well, let's just make use of the big gun. And that would be give ability to put the train moving without need to actually have the engineering level skill, but it wasn't really much of a big deal. All kinds of nonsense around here. And I would say that for the gun to be that big in RoboCop's hands, it has to be a huge firearm.
You're here! Hey, I knew you wouldn't miss it for the world. Just go through the door. They're ready when you are. Just make sure to...
I'll say that the heavy pistol is just... Oh. Explosives are unpleasant to be at the receiving end of. Couple of charge. Drop the bomb and blow yourself up. Your move, creeps. Okay, that gave me a bit of a worse beating than expected. But no matter. That was quite a big explosion. Oh yeah, those bad guys are out of picture. And there's they even got some heavy caliber sniper rifles as well. And scan mode of course shows all the drugs that you can blow up away. And why actually now I can completely understand why would they do that. Street monsters are not interested in keeping drugs, so they would basically just use the real stash of drugs as a bait. With not that big success. Actually, let's just take the sniper rifle instead. Oh yes, Robo can use sniper rifle as well. And it's 50 caliber, so that means it's an anti-material rifle. And that would also be quite heavy amount of things called foreshadowing of what you would be facing. Yep, they would be sniper fighting as well. Although I would not, well, I would say that facing other snipers in games usually is kind of, Well, they don't. Those kind of encounters are not usually that. They are very difficult to balance. I would say that as much as when you could say that game design is considered. And not many designers have actually managed to do that, and especially if there would also be enemies with sniper rifles, then that would add the even more extra level of difficulty for the designing of the sequence or scene, however you want to say it.
Cherish the good times while they last. You won't be so lucky with the next one.
If Spike was not, you could say, stupid.
RoboCop? Are you there?
I am.
Oh, thank God. How was it? Was that a risk worth taking?
I have destroyed the supply of drugs.
Spike must have felt confident about his small army. So I'm guessing you're ready for round 2?
I am going for a knockout.
Now, if Spike was real smart about the leading of his gang, he would have just decided that RoboCop's here snooping around, and whatever small army I have is incapable of stopping him. So it would have been the smartest idea to just get out of Detroit as fast as he can. Because RoboCop is quite much known to be unstoppable by firepower they would generally have, although I would expect that having grenade launchers and 50 caliber sniper rifles, which is a heavy sniper rifle, anti-material rifles, would have given him some sort of confidence that he might be able to take down RoboCop. There's just one of them, so they would not be. It would not be, not be that, you could say, potent threat. You could also say that we could always arrange a transact. There could be a chance to arrange a distraction to some location. Lots of drugs in here. Well, meaning that, yeah, they could, if they would have been really smart, they would have figured out that, yep, maybe there was a smart idea to try to get some sort of distraction regarding RoboCop that get him to be somewhere else and then just leave. Or in this case, when there was all the big drug stash that they had, just, and they were not intending to use it would have been the smartest idea to just get the hell out of that place. Yeah, the RoboCop's basic gun is just awesome. And I really don't know or remember any other first-person shooter in which the basic default gun would be this good, that you would basically don't need any other. Dead Space has the plasma cutter, which is, well, not the default gun, but the first weapon you get. And that is also ludicrous, very effective because of its you can spin around mode that you can optimize it to cut over very horizontal or vertical lines. But that would be just one case. That would be one case of game in which the default first weapon is ludicrously good. I'm not saying that there aren't any other.
Come in! Don't be shy! I've told the boys to give you a proper greeter. You're dead.
Oh yeah. Yep, there. Materials. Reference towards original source materials. Somebody might say ultra-violent, satirically ultra-violent nature is present. Yeah, plenty of action going on. That must have hurt. Yep, and that was a little janky thing regarding hitboxes. The small little details that tell that this game's budget was, I might say, well, it is not meant to be derogatory term, but it was kind of limited. But of course, knowing that, well, maybe most. Oh. And yes, RoboCop also has a night vision mode, but it doesn't seem to have that much use. And another kind of assault rifle. Oh, well, let's just go here and kick this door open as well, and because there's a box over there hiding, so which of course I'm gonna steal it. Nice collection of chips and equipment, and now it would be time to, after some robo dashing, to get inside. Yep, just grabbing some stuff. There's bottles of beer. Yeah, they're drinking beer. I would have expected that they would have been drinks of soda or something that would have said that, yep, those guys are actually violent criminals, but they are not doing drugs. But, oh. Good stocks designation, low-grade weapon cases, dirty trade, police car wheel trims, 92 trophy. High-grade weapon cases, 85 trade, tires 78 reserve, nuke boxes 15 to burn, spikes order. Helmets reserve, 6000 ex-US engine, 14, smuggle. Oh yeah. Yeah, they have a bookkeeper. They keep records on their loot. Which, if you run a criminal organization with some level of competence, you need to have a ability to calculate how much you got, and of course, then you have to have a system of how sharing what you are gonna get, what you've gotten. I would have been smarter for Spike to just not let them be there. Well, I would guess that, I would wonder how big number of corpses has already, or how many or how many street vultures has actually decided to but how many street vultures has already been gone out of permanently out of commission because of the RoboCop, and I were to expect that it's no secret that RoboCop is present health. Although the fact that it was Alex Murphy might be secret. Of course, everybody in the precinct RoboCop operates from is aware that it, or at least refers to RoboCop as Murphy, even though they might not know the full story. But they know that RoboCop's real name is Murphy and refer to him as such. Although, when you would look about it, RoboCop might be somebody like that. They might because technically he's homeless. He's not being paid. He's technically part of police equipment, but he's still basically a member of police station's crew. So it might be something like he would be might count or might be with something like a thought, like some sort of highly advanced form of police dog. Which he might technically actually be. Basically, living piece of equipment is the term. And although how Murphy himself sees the matter might not be. Sometimes he might think himself as a slave. Because knowing that yep, that would be a familiar thing. Just you didn't seem to much like it. But just stomping right through the areas, because RoboCop is not known from being subtle in approach. But once again, kick door in and see what's going on. Officer Briggs's trail. But, and interestingly enough, Antonovsky, or email Antonovsky was a what? RBS, that would be Steyr, Austrian Steyr, or AUG, or AUG, I don't know the specific name, a bullpup style Austrian assault rifle which has different sets of accessories that can be then used to make it different kind of weapon, like a squad automatic weapon or something like that, but that would be the assault rifle form. And it is also very, you could say, futuristic, nice, awesome looking gun. That's creepy.
RoboCop, your body temperature is very low. Are you okay?
I am in the freezer.
What is the freezer even doing there?
They used it to store Briggs' body.
Oh. So that means...
He was not the only victim.
More bodies? That's insane. I'm getting you back up, even if it gets me in trouble.
The only person who should expect trouble is Spike.
Okay, this is creepy. Although, of course, might be graphical limitation thing, but the eyes doesn't look so much eyes, that looks like some sort of cotton balls used to keep stuff safe. But I still say that this is very unsettling sights, and also would imply that there would be something else going on regarding street vultures. That it would make no practical sense for outlaw biker gang, even if they would have been done lots of murders, to stash corpses like that, because corpse is evidence of your murder. And you could say they're even, you could say, self-deleting evidence of murder, if you would say basically just throw it in some outdoor spaces, some rotting and scavengers and all that kind of things will solve that problem. But no, they are preserving them, which takes effort, it takes energy,
RoboCop, all available patrol
it takes
cars
space,
are coming
and
to
it takes
support you.
effort.
I've told them to meet you by the old workers building. According to reports, it's part of their headquarters. And RoboCop, I'm sorry it took so long. I hope you can forgive me for the Russian attitude. I was just trying to do my best.
Well, RoboCop is not basically somebody who would get upset for somebody doing their job as they are meant to do. Especially when they also have this kind of nice, friendly attitude. So Ulysses is not without, you could say, hope. And now more foreshadowing. Yep. Sniper rifle and sniper enemies. Which of course meant that, yep, you found the sniper, now you have to make use of them. But of course, now that you have the sniper yourself available, you can also blow them up themselves. And the muzzle flash is very bright, so you really don't get to see a lovely little detail shot of them being blown apart. But it doesn't really matter.
I don't think you get it. This city needs us. We're transforming death and decay into life. That was the deal. I can hear cavalry coming. I don't know how you did it. I'll make sure you won't be leaving this place alive.
No, I get. Quite often in these kind of games, you get the snipers have varying levels of, you could say, aim, but not this one. Sniper is just a. What is it? Sniper rifle is. Well, it just has the scope. Yep, go through the ground without breaking it. Lovely, funny little graphical glitch. But it doesn't really matter. Other makers... Well... It's no big deal. It's a slight little, you could say, rough edge. In sense... Why would the guy be standing when he's armed with a 50 caliber heavy anti-material rifle? It's heavy! It's heavy gun! RoboCop can walk around and shoulder it, but regular humans, it's way too heavy for that kind of shooting. As if to say that, yes, they are, you could say, guns which basically are or should be, and of course, the damage that 50 caliber sniper rifle would do to a person is also downscaled in this game. It would have more or less exploded the torso, but it doesn't really matter. They really wanted to show up that, yep, this is a sniper rifle, yep, and it's also capable of causing real damage to RoboCop. Although I might expect that shooting RoboCop's head.
Murphy, this is Manson. We've cornered the bikers in the mill, but we could use some help. We're at the southeast gate.
Acknowledged. On my way.
Oh yeah. And there would be one little OCP chest over there, but there's no point in going afterwards. So just plodding through with this RoboCop's not that rapid pace to get to the actual location. Yeah, places, and of course they have the game has despawned many of the bad guy corpses and blood splatters, which makes sense just to save the memory usage and all that. Zip and there's even this specific Robo Dash ability you get with the enough ability, but it is not that necessary. But here it is.
Hey, Robo!
And they would be with you, recovery charges and assault rifle. And chance to have a chat with the guy.
Good, you're here. We're standing our ground. The bikers have retreated to the yard behind that big gate. Now, let's decide on the strike team.
I go on my own. No need to risk lives.
OCP has supplied us with an ED 209. Maybe you could make use of it. Even if it is just for cover.
RoboCop, can I have a moment of your time?
Can you leave him alone, lady? You caused him enough trouble already.
Hey, I just want the people to know what's going on in their city.
Can't say she isn't good at what she does. She got here before us. Anyway, it's up to you. If you need a bit of time to speak with her or wrap up anything else around here, it's not a problem. Those bikers aren't going anywhere. But if you're ready to go, ED 209 is here for your support. Just say the word.
I need more time.
No worries. We got him boxed in.
Well, it would be time to actually do some
Hey,
sort of
just spare me a second.
public relationships work. RoboCop, it's not the first time
Thank you for
RoboCop
coming
has
over.
appeared in
Could
media.
you tell the Channel 9 viewers what you're struggling with here today?
Are you looking for more footage of me malfunctioning?
Don't think poorly of me for recording that. People want to see how their hero's holding up.
I am just a police officer.
Modesty. A rare feature in this city. I'm not against you. It's the OCP that's my target.
You are a troublemaker.
At least I do it for the truth.
And I do it for justice.
Then we seem to be not that far apart. We had a rocky start, but it wasn't personal. I'm only here to show the truth before others try to cover it up. Don't you think we owe that to the people of the city?
So let's just keep
do.
a statement.
The steel mill is the hideout for the street vultures, a gang of bikers who have committed multiple homicides. They have barricaded themselves in the factory's yard along with their leader. We are preparing to go in.
Thank you. In that case, I will not hold you any longer, unless there's anything you would like to add.
Do you consider the entire OCP to be corrupt?
Believe me, I really wish someone could change my mind about that rotten den. Who knows? Maybe it can be you.
Alright.
My duty awaits.
Of course.
Yep, that being polite to media, especially when they are honest about it, is not wrong. But I think it might be actually a good moment to end this episode right here. And I'll see you next time. See ya.